When we think about love stories that actually survived fame, non-stop headlines, and years of gossip, few couples shine like Victoria and David Beckham. But even the most picture-perfect marriages can feel the sting of family drama. This Valentine's Day, as whispers of a growing rift with their eldest son, Brooklyn Beckham, filled the air, Victoria made a bold move. Instead of clapping back or defending herself, she dropped a message of pure love. And wow, that said everything. Let's rewind a bit. Over the last few months, the Beckhams have been caught in the storm of serious media buzz. Once seen as the golden family of fame and loyalty, that perfect image started to crack. Reports say that back in January, Brooklyn Beckham openly said he's not ready to make peace with his parents right now. For a family that's always shown unity and strength in public, that revelation hit like a shockwave.
It was the hardest period for us because it felt like the world was against us. And here's the thing, we were against each other, if I'm being completely honest.
Brooklyn, born in 1999, has literally grown up under flashing lights. From those baby paparazzi shots to teenage magazine features, the cameras never stopped rolling. He's the son of two world icons, Victoria Beckham, the posh spice turned powerhouse fashion designer, and David Beckham, the legendary football star and global role model. Brooklyn's childhood was far from normal. It was a spotlight marathon. By the time he was 5, he was already showing up in TV interviews with his famous parents, watched by millions. At 16, he jumped into modeling and started exploring photography, chasing his own path. And then came 2022. His extravagant wedding to actress Nicola Peltz turned into one of the biggest celebrity events of the year. The glitz, the guests, the headlines, it was pure Hollywood-level drama.
It wasn't that I felt unheard because I chose to internalize a lot of it because I was always mindful of the focus that he needed.
But behind all that glitz and glam, the tension was real. Earlier this year, Brooklyn's open distance from his parents set off a wave of speculation. When word got out that he allegedly said he didn't want to reconcile, fans went wild trying to figure out what was really going on. Was it a clash of generations, a media mess twisting private emotions, or maybe something much deeper brewing behind the scenes? Then came the wedding dance controversy. Out of nowhere, Chef Gordon Ramsay, one of the family's closest friends and a guest at Brooklyn's 2022 wedding, jumped in to back Victoria up. He shut down all the gossip, saying there was nothing shady or inappropriate about Victoria dancing that night. According to Ramsay, it was just a mom celebrating her son's big moment, simple, happy, and innocent. While the tabloids ran wild with theories, Victoria kept completely quiet until Valentine's Day. On Saturday, February 14th, she finally posted something that made everyone stop scrolling, a simple yet powerful tribute to David. She wrote, "Forever my Valentine, the first. Love you, at David Beckham."
There was some horrible stories that were difficult to deal with.
In a world where silence gets twisted into weakness and every word can spark a new storm, Victoria's move was deliberate. She didn't feed the feud. She reminded everyone what truly matters to her, the love that started it all, her marriage, her home, her heart. Victoria kicked off Valentine's Day with something totally unexpected. She shared videos of David in the kitchen making her a special sandwich. No flashing cameras, no luxury yachts, no designer gowns, just a cozy real-life moment between two people who've lived half their lives in front of the world. For a couple whose 1999 wedding became a global media circus, this sweet, down-to-earth gesture spoke volumes. Then came the post that melted hearts everywhere. In her next slide, Victoria showed David's phone screen, and on it, his wallpaper was a photo of her from nearly 29 years ago. She wrote, "Let that sink in." After all these years, with everything they've achieved and endured, that same old picture still sits on his phone. That's not just romantic, it's legendary. Think about it. Almost 3 decades together, married since 1999, raising 4 kids, juggling empires, scandals, and spotlight pressure, yet their bond keeps holding strong. Most couples would crack under that kind of fame, but these two, they faced it all, public highs, private lows, and still found a way to keep the love real.
I can't even begin to tell you how hard it was and how it affected me.
And here's the twist. Studies even back this up. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that celebrity couples under constant attention face way more stress than those out of the spotlight. Long-lasting marriages in Hollywood are almost mythical. So the question everyone's asking is, why post this now? What message is Victoria sending between the lines? Timing says everything. Victoria's Valentine post didn't drop by accident. It came right after Gordon Ramsay publicly defended her over that viral wedding dance story. And just weeks after Brooklyn's bold statement about keeping distance from his parents, too. In a moment filled with family tension, Victoria and David's united front sent a quiet but powerful message. No matter what happens, their bond is unshakable. Some people call it strategy, others call it real love. Maybe it's a mix of both, but either way, it made noise. David Beckham has always talked about loyalty and strength. In interview after interview, he shared how family stability kept him grounded while his career took him from Manchester to Madrid, then Los Angeles to Miami. Victoria, on the other hand, built her empire from scratch, turning from pop icon to fashion powerhouse in one of the toughest industries on earth. Together, they didn't just create a marriage, they built a global brand worth hundreds of millions. But even with all that success, no brand can protect a family from heartbreak.
After Brooklyn's statement in January, where he made it clear that reconciliation wasn't on the table, the Beckhams stayed completely silent. And that silence, that was their move. In the media world, silence is loud. It avoids more drama, stops the headlines from spiraling, and leaves the door open for peace when emotions cool down. Therapists often point out that when adult kids pull away, public arguments only make things worse. Sometimes saying nothing means holding space, for patience, for hope, for time to heal. But looking at Brooklyn's side of things, the pressure must have been intense. As the eldest child of two global icons, expectations followed him everywhere. Studies even show that firstborn kids often carry the heaviest load, to succeed, to represent, to live up to the family name. Add celebrity fame to that equation, and that pressure doesn't just double, it explodes. Could this whole family feud really be about independence, about Brooklyn trying to step out from under the massive shadow of two global icons and claim his own identity? Maybe. Nobody knows for sure, and that mystery is exactly what keeps the public hooked. But Victoria's Valentine's message? It wasn't about drama, it was about devotion. Almost 29 years after that early photo of hers, David still keeps her image on his phone. Nearly 26 years after their legendary Irish wedding, they're still side by side, through football transfers, fashion gambles, booming businesses, and now even through family tension. Whatever happens around them, these two are still moving as one. Now here's the real question. What do you think? Was Victoria's Valentine's post a pure, heartfelt, romantic gesture, or was it a subtle power move, a way of reminding everyone that love still anchors this empire? Maybe it was both, sweet and strategic at the same time. And what about Brooklyn? When adult kids step away from family ties, is that distance forever, or can time soften the hurt and bring everyone back together? History tells us that high-profile family rifts often cool down eventually. Fame might magnify every disagreement, but with time, growth, and perspective, even the deepest cracks can start to heal. For now, the Beckham family stands at a crossroads. Brooklyn has made his stance clear. Gordon Ramsay has stepped in with fierce loyalty, and Cruz Beckham has been sharing throwback memories that tug at everyone's heartstrings. Through it all, Victoria and David have chosen the higher road, unity over confrontation, love over noise. In the middle of all the headlines and whispers, Victoria's Valentine's message hit differently. Instead of clapping back or explaining herself, she doubled down on love. No defenses, no denials, just a celebration of her unbreakable bond with David Beckham. She gave the world a peek into their private world, showing that even with all the chaos swirling around them, their foundation is still rock solid. And maybe that's the real takeaway here. When life gets messy, hold on tight to the things that stay true. In times of confusion, lean on what's certain.
Love doesn't fix everything overnight, but it steadies you when the storm hits hardest. So now it's your turn. What do you think? Will the Beckhams find peace and reconnect as a family, or is this just the start of a deeper story waiting to unfold? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit that like button, share this with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this unfolding family saga.